Welcome back at 6:30. Good Sunday morning to you. I'm Maddie Kurth, and Hannah Gard joins us now with your Weather Authority forecast. That sun is rising on another gorgeous day to be outside.
Yeah, and get out there and enjoy it with all our festivals we have going on. We have more nice springtime weather. You can't ask for better festival weather. We haven't worried about rain, and we have really nice temperatures, feeling like spring out there. This morning, still seeing a cool start in many areas. It's 46 in Bogalusa, 49 in Galliano, or 56 at New Orleans International. So most of us in about the mid 40s to low 50s. But you can definitely see the temperature differences being caused by the dew points. Look how dry it is up on the North Shore, where we have dew points in the 40s. Meanwhile, down on the South Shore, many of us starting to creep into the 50s with the dew points. We're getting a little bit of a southerly return, and where those dew points are higher, we actually have some patchy fog out there. I've gotten some pictures, though. It looks like a low fog, so not something that we're seeing a dense fog advisory for, but something I'll keep an eye on as we go through the morning. The reason we're getting a little bit of a return of moisture to the west is because we have high pressure right over us on the surface, and the winds go clockwise around high pressure, so on the western side of that, we're getting a southerly wind off the Gulf, and that's bringing that moisture back. So through the next 24 hours, we're going to continue to see that southerly breeze, so it's going to be a little bit more humid than it was yesterday, but still feeling very good. And we'll be warmer with the southerly wind as well. We get to 72 by 10. We'll be in the mid 70s by noon, and then low 80s today for our highs. In that sunshine, that's going to start to feel pretty warm. In the evening, we'll fall down to the upper 60s. Then we'll only get to the low 60s by tomorrow morning. It's not going to cool off as much because of the return of humidity that we'll really feel by Monday and Tuesday. It's going to be very humid until a front comes. This is Tuesday. About midday, we'll see this front passing through. The cloud cover will increase. We'll see a little breeze kick in, and we don't get any moisture with this. I don't see any rain. It's just going to clear out that humidity that briefly returns, and we'll have a really nice feel again by midweek. So these fronts are helping to moderate us. We'll get to 84 by Monday after 82 today, so it's really going to feel above normally warm for the time of year. Tuesday, as the front comes through, we'll only get to 80 degrees, and then Wednesday's a little bit cooler in the upper 70s with the low humidity. But then we get right back to 82 on Thursday, so it's really a brief cool down just because of that drop in humidity. And you can see that it gets pretty muggy on Monday, Tuesday, a really nice feel Wednesday, and then the humidity crawls back in by Thursday. The reason we're so warm is we have high pressure that's down to the south. That does move a little bit out as that low and front come by on Wednesday. But the high pressure is going to be the dominating feature in the long range. You see it expanding over the southeastern U.S. That means hot, dry weather, and then we start to see lows coming over the desert southwest and then across the plains. That's going to lead to storm chances to our northwest. And you can really see it on this rain potential map. The bullseye, the storm track, is going to be from Texas through Oklahoma, parts of Missouri and Arkansas. But we are underneath that area of high pressure, so it is dry for us. We're just not going to see much rain at all. But we still have to watch for river flooding because of the rain that we saw a week and a half ago in areas north of us. So you can see where we have likely significant river flooding all the way through Jackson, along the Mississippi, down to about Baton Rouge. That's where we'll be watching for flood stages. Our river flooding plans: the Bonnie Carey Spillway is being prepped for a partial opening during Easter week, but the river flow and levels are going to continue to be watched, and we could see those decrease below the threshold of opening that, but right now they are prepping that for partial opening. The Morganza, that is not going to be even close to the threshold for opening the spillway, so that's something we'll keep monitoring as we go through about Easter. That's when we'll see some of those rivers getting close to their crests. So here's our 7-day forecast. 82 today for Palm Sunday. We'll have lots of sunshine. We'll be a little bit cool this morning, but by tomorrow we have more mild feel out the door for work, school. We'll be in the 50s and low 60s. We'll be 84 Monday, really warm in the afternoon. Then that front comes through Tuesday. It's going to be kind of breezy. The clouds come through. No rain. That drops us to the upper 70s on Wednesday, and then we're warming up the rest of the week as that high pressure builds. We'll get to the mid 80s, and it looks very warm next weekend, Maddie, with that humidity as well. So we do kind of get into a more summer-like feel for next weekend. So get out there, enjoy this nice spring weather today.
Those
those mornings are going to feel really good too, I think.
Yeah, I like when it's kind of mild. It's not too cold, because once you start getting into the low 40s, that's a little bit chilly. But when we have the mild start, it's really nice.
It wakes you up right when you get out. I'm awake.
And at least we still have another cold front coming by that'll bring us a little bit of a drop in humidity, but they're not getting as powerful as they were. You know, we got to the 60s at the start of last week. That's going to be really tough to do the closer we get to summer.
That's okay. A weak cold front is still cold front nonetheless. Thank you, Hannah. All right, we have some news here.